There's a silent crisis unfolding across America. It doesn't make front-page headlines, you don't see it scrolling on your social media feed, but it's happening in our towns, in our cities, and in our own homes. In the last 40 years, sperm counts in U.S. men have plummeted by more than 50%. Half. Gone. In less than one lifetime. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm not planning to have kids right now, so why does that matter to me? But here's the thing. Sperm health isn't just about fertility. It's about you. It's about your testosterone levels, your energy, your mood, your muscle tone, even your risk for heart disease and certain cancers. Because the same systems in your body that make healthy sperm also keep the rest of you healthy. And if those systems are struggling, your sperm is one of the first places it shows up. But here's the good news. Your sperm is also one of the fastest things to respond to change. Unlike your bones or your skin, sperm is made fresh, completely new, every 74 days or so. That means in just about 2.5 months, you can literally build a new batch of healthier sperm from scratch. And one of the most powerful tools you have to do that? Food. Not expensive supplements from some influencer's website. Not some magic powder that comes in a shiny bag. I'm talking about everyday foods you can find right now in the produce aisle, at the fish counter, or even in the bulk section of your local grocery store. Today, we're going to take a journey, not just listing these foods, but diving deep into why they work, how they protect and improve sperm, and how you can start adding them to your meals today. So whether you're a man in your 20s thinking about your future, in your 40s looking to keep your vitality, or in your 60s and beyond wanting to protect your health, this is for you. Because this is about reclaiming control over your body, your strength, and your future. Let's be honest, here in the United States, our modern lifestyle isn't exactly designed to protect male reproductive health. Think about it. Most of our calories come from ultra-processed foods. We eat burgers and fries more often than fresh vegetables. We drink out of plastic bottles that leach chemicals like BPA, which can mess with our hormones. We work long hours, sit more than we move, and sleep less than ever before. And when we do eat something healthy, half the time it's been stripped of nutrients through overprocessing. That's why this conversation matters, because sperm health is like the canary in the coal mine. When it starts to drop, it's a warning sign that other systems are in trouble too. The good news? The right foods can help repair the damage. And they're not hard to find if you know what to look for. If I told you there was a food that could improve the way your sperm swims, the way it's shaped, and even its overall vitality, and you could buy it in any supermarket in America, would you believe me? Meet the walnut. This humble nut, shaped like a tiny brain, is one of the richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids you'll find in a plant. Omega-3s are crucial for the structure of sperm cell membranes, making them more flexible and better at moving forward, what scientists call motility. But that's not all. Walnuts are also packed with an amino acid called L-arginine, which your body uses to make nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels, improving blood flow to your reproductive organs. Better blood flow means better nutrient delivery to the very place sperm is made. In 2012, researchers at UCLA ran a fascinating study. They took 2 groups of healthy young men. One group added about 2.5 ounces of walnuts to their diet every day for 12 weeks, and the other group didn't. At the end of the study, the walnut group showed significantly improved sperm shape, motility, and vitality compared to the control group. That's just 3 months, 1 sperm cycle. Now here's where we bring it home to daily life. In the US, you can find walnuts anywhere, but the form you buy matters. Those big bags of pre-chopped walnuts sitting in the baking aisle? They've often been sitting there for months under fluorescent lights, which can make the delicate fats go rancid. And rancid fats don't just lose their benefits. They can actually create more oxidative stress in your body. So here's my tip. Buy walnuts raw, preferably in the shell, or in sealed bags in the refrigerated section. Store them in your fridge or freezer to keep them fresh. How to use them? Easy. Toss a handful into your morning oatmeal with some blueberries. Blend them into a smoothie, or chop them up and sprinkle them over a spinach salad with pomegranate seeds. That right there is a sperm health powerhouse meal. And here's a little cultural note. In many parts of the Mediterranean, walnuts are eaten daily, often with honey or mixed into yogurt. Mediterranean countries also tend to have better average sperm health than the US, which isn't a coincidence. Now, you might be wondering, can't I just take an omega-3 pill instead? You could, But walnuts bring more to the table than just fat. They also give you antioxidants, plant protein, and trace minerals that all work together to protect sperm DNA. That's the magic of whole foods. The sum is greater than the parts. Let's move from the land to the sea. Oysters have been a symbol of fertility and passion for centuries. The ancient Romans considered them an aphrodisiac. Casanova famously claimed to eat dozens a day, and modern science has finally explained why. They are nature's richest source of zinc. Zinc is like the spark plug for male reproduction. Without enough zinc, your body can't produce testosterone efficiently. And without healthy testosterone levels, sperm production slows, quality drops, and energy takes a hit. Here's something most men in the US don't realize. Even a mild zinc deficiency can lower sperm count and weaken motility. And the way we eat here, heavy on refined carbs, low on shellfish and seeds, means a lot of guys aren't getting enough. Just one medium oyster can give you nearly 100% of your daily zinc requirement. And it's not just zinc. Oysters are loaded with selenium, vitamin B12, and high-quality protein, all essential for sperm health. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not a raw oyster guy. That's fine. In fact, you don't have to eat them raw at all. Here in the US, you can buy fresh oysters and grill them, bake them, or steam them. You can even get smoked oysters in a can. Just look for BPA-free packaging and skip the brands loaded with cheap oils. If you're inland and fresh oysters are pricey, there's still good news. The same zinc benefits can be found in smaller amounts in US-raised grass-fed beef, turkey, and pumpkin seeds. But oysters remain the gold standard. Picture this: a date night where you're grilling oysters topped with garlic butter, paired with a spinach salad sprinkled with walnuts. That's not just a meal. That's a fertility-supporting, testosterone-friendly powerhouse right there. And no one at the table even needs to know. Now, I want to give you permission to eat something that feels indulgent. Chocolate. But not the kind wrapped in shiny foil with a cartoon mascot on the front. I'm talking about real, dark chocolate. 70% cocoa or higher. Why? Because real dark chocolate is packed with antioxidants called flavonoids, which protects sperm from oxidative stress. It also contains L-arginine, the same amino acid we talked about with walnuts, which improves blood flow. Here's a fun fact. The cocoa bean is one of the most antioxidant-rich foods on Earth. In fact, per ounce, pure cocoa powder has more antioxidants than blueberries or green tea. But, and this is a big but, in the US, most chocolate bars you see at the checkout counter are loaded with sugar, milk solids, and palm oil. That stuff will do your sperm more harm than good. The key is quality. Look for US or fair trade brands that list cocoa mass or cocoa liquor as the first ingredient, not sugar. The higher the cocoa percentage, the more of the good stuff you get. You can enjoy a couple of squares after dinner, melt some into oatmeal, or blend a teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder into a smoothie with banana and almond milk. That's a dessert that works for your health, not against it. And let's be real. This is one health food you won't have to force yourself to eat. If there's one fruit that has been linked with fertility across cultures, it's the pomegranate. In ancient Persia, it symbolized abundance and life. In Greek mythology, it was tied to the goddess of marriage and childbirth. And in modern labs, it's been shown to have powerful effects on blood flow and oxidative stress. Pomegranates are rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that protect your cells from damage. For sperm, that means less DNA fragmentation and better motility. They also help relax blood vessels, improving circulation to the reproductive organs. In the US, fresh pomegranates are usually in season from October to January, but you can find 100% pure pomegranate juice year-round in most grocery stores. The trick? Check the label. If it says from concentrate or has added sugar, skip it. You want cold-pressed juice, ideally in a glass bottle. One easy US-style hack: mix pomegranate juice with sparkling water and a squeeze of lime. You get all the benefits without overloading on natural sugars, and it feels like a treat. Or just sprinkle fresh pomegranate seeds over Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and, you guessed it, some chopped walnuts. That's 3 sperm-friendly foods in one bowl. Let's head back to the greens for a minute. Spinach is one of the most folate-rich foods you can eat. Folate, also called vitamin B9, plays a crucial role in cell division, which is exactly what sperm production is. cells dividing and maturing into healthy swimmers. Low folate levels are linked to abnormal sperm shape and damaged DNA, both of which can reduce fertility. In the US, spinach is everywhere, in big tubs at Costco, in frozen bags, even pre-washed baby spinach in resealable bags. Here's a tip. Raw spinach is good, but lightly steaming it can actually make some nutrients more available to your body. Just don't boil it to death. We're not making cafeteria spinach here. One of my favorite easy meals? Sauté spinach with olive oil and garlic, top it with a soft-boiled egg, and serve alongside whole grain toast. You're getting folate, vitamin E, healthy fats, and protein all in one plate. And for smoothie lovers, toss a handful of spinach into a fruit smoothie. You won't taste it, but your sperm will know it's there.